Hello again, Guardians, and welcome back to the channel for another Destiny 2 episode. Now, before we get started, every single week I like to do a giveaway for my subscribers out there, so thank you all for the support. I'm also giving away 3 copies of Destiny 2, so if that may interest you, the details are on the screen now. Pause the video, read the instructions, and enter in for the giveaways. Now, to begin this Destiny 2 video, we are going over an interview with IGN and Bungie's Luke Smith and Mark Noseworthy on the information revolving around Destiny 2, some new tidbits of information that we might want to hear about, and just some overall new information that we picked up on in the video footage itself. Starting off with the very first cutscene is being inside of the speaker's chambers with a brand new looking auto rifle. This auto rifle is a 20th to 21st century auto rifle, pretty unique style. It's around the age of where we live today, but jump into the future where Destiny 2 is located, and this gun would be pretty unique. Also, we think it might be that beautiful yellow that we're looking for in Destiny 2. But it could be a green, it could be a blue, it could be a purple. We don't know right now. It could even be a red. I'm not even too sure. They might even add some new versions of weapons. We have no idea what it is at this point in time. It's just speculation. But with how unique the scope is and how unique the gun looks, it might in fact be an exotic. And there might be some lore locked behind it as well. We'll get into that information a little bit down this video, so stay tuned. Moving into the next bit of information is Luke Smith and Mark Noseworthy making notes about a fresh start. And Luke Smith went into a little bit more detail on this subject, talking about 2 paths that Bungie had for the direction of Destiny 2. The first direction was just taking Destiny, allowing our characters to keep everything, and move off into Destiny 2 like a Taken King style expansion, where it's a big expansion, it's just a huge brand new game. We get to transfer all of our stuff over, we get to create this world, and we're in a new story, but we still have basically all of the old stuff from the first game, and it just keeps the story going. Then there was the second path, where they wanted a fresh start, brand new, where the world is just something unique, something different. There's a brand new start, you don't have any armor, any weapons, no ghosts, no sparrows, no ships. You start off with nothing, and it allows for a world to be developed for players from all areas and all walks of life to jump into the game and feel like they're a part of this world. No matter if you've played Destiny for 2 years, 3 years, or you just started, or you've never played Destiny at all, it's going to feel like a game that you can jump into and enjoy no matter what. And obviously they went with the second option, so yeah, fresh start. And we already knew that, but it goes a little deeper than that. So they wanted Destiny 2 to be better. And what they mean by this is they wanted the story to be a very big development of the game this time around. As we all know, back in Destiny 1, the story wasn't that great. The story has to have memorable characters and epic moments, and something that the players can relate to. Alongside this, the story of the worlds that we will explore is a universe that has a sense of progression. Even the farm, the new social space in Destiny 2, as stated by IGN's interview from yesterday, is stated that the vendors will be coming and going as they will as the story progresses. As we do missions and objectives, the story will change, and the world around us will evolve. And certain events will pop up throughout the year and through certain expansions that will also change the world around us. The world is ever changing, and that's what they wanted us to have a sense of, is a sense of accomplishment for what we're doing, a sense of change, and the world growing around us as we progress through the story. Then the lore, one of the biggest things that were left out in Destiny. The Grimoire cards were locked behind the Bungie.net accounts, and we couldn't really access them without going to a different source. We couldn't access them in-game, and it left a lot of lore and background story outside of the game, where a lot of players didn't really learn about it. With a small group, tight-knit community searching through the Grimoire cards and making videos, it helped out the community tremendously. But now they wanted to bring that into the game. Imagine if the Grimoire cards were inside of the game, and locked behind special things like quests, exotics, the weapons, the armor, and when we acquired a certain exotic, we learned a little bit about the history and the story behind that. This also goes into touch a little bit on exotic quests. I believe exotic quests will be returning and will be a big facet in the lore story behind Destiny 2, and all that background lore will be locked behind special exotic quest lines, which will be very unique and story driven towards that specific exotic and whatever character wielded that exotic before we received it. Moving on more, the map. The map has objectives. If we go to the map in our inventory, we will see objectives all around the map that we have not accessed yet. Underneath our milestones tab, we will be able to access all of the old missions that we had, and we'll be able to go back to them and replay them at will. But our main map is only going to showcase the things we haven't explored yet and haven't accomplished. It will also mark brand new tiered reward slots, showing off the rewards that we will have. They also said that you don't have to go and complete certain objectives. You can if you want to, and you'll get this reward for it, but you don't have to complete everything. It's unique to whatever you want your Guardian to do. So if there's something that you really just don't enjoy doing, don't do it. It's not going to stop your progression. Now yes, the main storyline will have to be finished to keep progressing, but all the stuff around you, like the lost sectors, the special adventures, the treasure maps, that's all up to you to decide. Moving into the last thing that they talked about is the locked loadouts. Nightfalls, raids, trials, crucible, they're all events. And some of these events might have a locked loadout, meaning that whatever you have equipped to your Guardian at the time of entering that event, you're going to be static and stuck to whatever you chose. So this creates a diverse engine that will allow us to have to think about what we're doing before we jump into a specific event. Now just think, this will create a challenge for most players, but it will also create a unique component to the game that wasn't found in Destiny that might make a lot of players get into the grind a little bit more than what they did in Destiny. It creates a higher tier of players, but then again, still accompanies all the lower tier players as well. It's just a unique system that I feel is going to make the game feel unique, and that's something that we really need. One last thing I want to touch upon that I noticed watching the interview was inside of the inventory of the Guardian, there wasn't a third slot for a subclass, meaning that I believe the third subclass is removed. There was a touch of a little hint on this information once before, saying that the subclasses, or the third subclasses of each Guardian, Hunter, Titan, and a Warlock, were being moved to a specific DLC for Destiny 2. We're not too sure on the confirmation of this information, but as per the gameplay, I believe the third subclass for all three Guardians is being removed as of this point in time. Whether or not it returns is a mystery, so as for right now, Destiny 2 looks like it's going to have two subclasses for each Guardian, just like in the prior Destiny game. Hopefully that's alright for all of you. It's alright for me. It creates a little bit of diversity. One Guardian might have Arc and Void, the other Guardian might have Void and Solar. Doesn't really matter, it just creates a diverse player group. And there might be a change in that later on down the road, which is completely fine with me. It leaves an opening for something new later down the road to be exciting for. And honestly, I didn't want all three subclasses right from the get anyway. I wanted to be able to have a sense of diversity, and I wanted to get all that other stuff later. Moving into the final bit of information is the beta itself. The beta actually had a trailer launch, and I'll have a video talking about the beta in a bit more detail. But what we should expect is the Homecoming, the full first mission and cinematics for Destiny 2's campaign, and probably even more than what we've seen from the E3 launch and also the premiere. We're also going to have the countdown and control game modes that we can play, which is going to be pretty awesome. Cannot wait to record that footage for you guys. The Inverted Spire Strike, we get to play with the new subclasses, which is also amazing. Cannot wait to run Captain America and the Pole Dancer. The Farm, for 1 hour on Sunday, July 23rd. Please, Guardians, mark this on your calendar. July 23rd. They're inviting us for a tour of the new social space in Destiny 2 starting at 10 a.m. Pacific time. You're welcome to kick the ball into the net or befriend the chickens. Most vendors and services will be offline. Our goals are to see how many of you can we accommodate at once. That means that the social space might not be locked at 26 Guardians. It might even be more than 26 Guardians. Depending on how the servers run, we are going to find that out after the beta. So make sure you can pack as many friends as you can inside the social space to really stress test the servers. That also means that, remember, July 23rd at 10 a.m. Pacific time, you've got to be on the Destiny 2 grind. You've got to be in the beta testing it out. That's all of us, guys. That's open beta. Every single one of you. Jump in, hang out with me and my fellow comrades inside of the farm. Cannot wait to see your beautiful faces there. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, remember to leave a like, possibly subscribe if you're new to the channel. Hit the little bell if you did subscribe to turn on notifications to know when I go live or I upload a new video. Daily Destiny content over here, guys. Remember, daily Destiny content. That's all you need to know. Click that subscribe button. And a huge shout out to my patrons on the channel. Thank you all so much for the support. If you want to become a patron, all you got to do is check the link down in the description for fancy monthly rewards linked on my Patreon account if you want to find out more details. And as always, stay violent, be privileged. Oh, hi. VPG isn't here right now, but I guess you enjoyed the content. So over there's the logo you can click on. That will allow you to subscribe. More content up there, and behind the scenes daily content over here on the vlog channel. There you go. Enjoy.